All right, let's double check your work for assignment M3S8. What I did here is I put in $10,000 just as a base point, I guess, so you can check your numbers and see if they jive with what I have here. I also changed this row so that it would have the comma in between the thousands and the hundreds, but I didn't put the dollar sign. But I wanted it to kind of coincide with what we have down here. And I did the same thing for, so row 5, row 11, and then row 16, you've got the currency going on. Same with column N. Row 18's got the currency, and for these cells as well. Now, there's an inconsistency here, and that is the spacing between the dollar sign and the number. Here they're nice. You'll notice that the dollar sign is hugging up to the number, and over here there's a space. And you don't want inconsistencies in a spreadsheet like this. It just looks dirty. So same thing, look at the spacing here between the dollar sign and the 809. So let's see what happens if I say select that. If I click on the dollar sign here, of course it's rounding it out. I'm going to just round it down to the nearest dollar, but I'm still getting that. So when something like this happens, I'm going to select all of this. Instead of clicking on this over here, on the dollar sign, English Canada or English United States or whatever, okay? What you want to do instead is you want to go over here to the little arrow here for the number ribbon and go to currency. We'll make the decimal places 0. We'll click OK. And by doing it through this here, that'll get rid of that spacing. And that's what you want. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So for any place that there's inconsistencies, I'm having a hard time with that word. So I'm starting with a cold, I think. Click on this, the number format, go to currency, make sure the decimal places are 0. This is because we're not too concerned about the anything under $1 for the exercise. In the real world, we would be. And now we get a spreadsheet that just looks so much better. Double check your work. Maybe we should center these. Why don't you do that? And yeah, you should be ready to submit your work by doing this. So if your numbers coincide with my numbers, that means you did it right. Take a look at your formulas. Is that what you get? $B, $1 times 25. Copy it all the way across. Good. What do you get here? Equals sum, D5 to D15, or whatever column you're in, right? And that's because you copied it across. Average, equal average. The income for the entire year. Cell B1 times 12. Don't type in $10,000 times 12, because if you change it to $9,000, so we're kind of doing an if and statement almost, it'll show us, it'll change everything automatically. So again, let's bring it down. Well, I'll bring it down to 10 anyways. So yeah, expenses for the entire year, that's the sum of this row. Don't go over here. Just stop it right at December. Good. And your balance is one minus the other. So income minus expenses gives you the balance that should be in your bank account. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, you've made it to the end of this assignment. In the next assignment, you're going to do a lot of this same stuff, but without my help.